This is considered by many to be one of the most challenging aircraft to get signed off on.
You prefer 7,000 for the spin?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Luke is flying with a 90-year-old legend, and yeah, they spun it.
Not a lot of people can say they've spun a T6.
A lot of people
modern
won't let
days.
you spin a T6.
We always taught spins on instrument, and the guy under
Yeah, he was saying this. This is a real thing.
Tell him about
Oh, yeah,
the time that
all
you
the
went.
time.
Tell him about the ones where you were in solid IMC. It's fun to watch.
So let's say I cross where I want to be exactly on speed. I'm going to level off, say here the tires are here. So would you kind of bleed, start transitioning, and while you're transitioning and then bring it down? Or would you bring it as low as you possibly can and then transition there? You're probably going to touch early if you do that.
If you've three-pointed the steerman on pavement, very similar experience.
Graduation day. After a busy 3 days fitting training flights into windows between rain and low ceilings, the various types of landings will be the focus for this flight.
Let's rock and roll.
Clear.
If it goes well, the next one will be the annual flight review, which Luke needs to pass. Then he'll have a flight with Ron before soloing the T6 Harvard.
Grand Victor, India Juliet, run up complete, and this amendment to our plan will start in the circuit here.
What I think we'll do today is we'll do a combination of another mostly circuit-related flight for checkout, and then the AFR just to wrap it into one unit.
We're ready, intersection departure.
Foxtrot Victor, India Juliet, Wanzhou Tower, left turnout for the left downwind, runway 25. Winds 170 at 7 from Alpha, clear takeoff, runway 12.
Okay, from Alpha, clear takeoff, 12, left turnout, join the downwind for 25, Victor and Juliet. Check the wind.
Basically 90-degree crosswind on the windsock.
Yeah, but it's not that strong.
No, it isn't.
I'll just make sure I get the tail properly high and get some weight on the mains. We'll go and get floaty.
So Luke was pretty excited to get going on this one, and he forgot to roll the chesty cam, so we're not going to have a shot of the panel, but the last episode really covers a lot of that stuff. And something else Luke forgot to do was call out power set after setting it specifically to 32 inches, and as you'll see, he didn't quite get it there, and Dave is catching it.
Taxi by Golf Alpha.
There's more power in there.
Holding short.
Yeah. Look for the tap the brakes. Out of the rate.
A big part of the story here was a kind of a role reversal, because the last time we were together, Luke was training us in the Extra 300.
So I'm really stoked right now for Dave. This is a huge dream of his, and to be able to help out with this, getting him solo in the Extra 300 is awesome. He was a major part of getting me solo in the T6, the Harvard, which was a big dream of mine. So to be able to help facilitate this dream for Dave is awesome.
Well,
now it's real.
Between that and this content, it was a lot of fun to see two guys really good at what they do, teaching each other and sharing insights as they learn. So let's get back on board the Harvard.
Oh, I don't want to rush this.
Nope, don't rush.
Do things methodical. Okay, you wanted the 30 flappage?
Yeah, let's go 30. Let's try for that three-pointer.
Okay.
Luke's confirming landing gear is down, which involves checking pins, lights, and fingers. But he also made one small mistake here.
What do you got on oil temperature up there? On the first circuit, I looked, and the oil was hot.
Oh yeah, it's high. Yeah, it's like at the red line.
Like, it was really hot. You got your shutters, they're
Oh yeah, they're open.
and he's like, no, the gills are open. I'm like, they in the dash or are they out of the dash? They were out or in?
Oh, it was out.
Yeah, okay, then it was closed.
Okay.
He had them backwards. Man, it was
Something in my mind.
getting spicy.
It was cool to see such a highly experienced pilot being humble while approaching learning a new type. Unfortunately, the comm recording camera failed at this point, but honestly, Dave said he didn't have much to say because Luke had really figured out the landings quickly. Here are a couple of nearly perfect three-pointers, which are hard to get right in the Harvard.
Second day, did another flight with Dave. That turned into the, so that turned into the AFR.
So yeah, not everyone's going to be able to get through our training program in 2.5 days like Luke did, but if this type of flying is something you'd like to experience, please do look into the Canadian Aviation Museum. And if you can't make it out in person, even donating to help us keep the airplanes flying is greatly appreciated.
Now you're flying the airplane quite well. All right, first landing is going to be a wheeler without the flaps.
Okay, clean, okay, flapless wheel, okay.
You can anticipate a fair amount of tire bite.
Right.
The flapless landing in the Harvard is no joke. It's a 5,000 plus pound tail dragger and you're touching down at 90 miles per hour. But it's considered an emergency procedure that we need to be able to demonstrate that we're capable of handling.
Greasy. That's my boy. Oh yeah. Go on your discretion.
Oh, shimmy in, okay, we have no flaps, so off we go.
Yeah, the tail wheel's like, holy shit, why are we going so fast?
Yeah. And we're going
all the way to big power. There it is.
Tap the brakes.
You're up. I can smell the tires.
Oh, jeez. I'm sorry.
No, it's not your fault. That's just what a flapless landing. You can feel the bite, eh?
Oh yeah.
You got right into that left. Like you touched left first, and I watched the right rudder go like all the way over. Let's do a flaps 25 wheeler, and we won't land the tail. Touch and go.
Okay.
I want you to take off with the 25 degrees.
Okay.
As expected, the rest of the landings went smoothly, so Dave asked for clearance to do his signature move.
On the go.
To end off the flight.
Let's see if we can do this. Windsor Tower, it's Victor India Juliet, just turning into the downwind, left hand for 1-2. Is it possible to get a low approach down 1-2 with a right hand brake to land?
And Dave was happy after that, and then I think he gave me his blessing. We signed some documents, and apparently I was a Harvard pilot. But before I could solo, I was sent with Ron. We did some aerobatics together because for my solo, I really wanted to be able to do aerobatics on my own.
All right, this is pretty awesome.
This is surreal.
Can check out the man. Climbs into it like nothing.
No problem.
Ron was 90 years old at the time of this flight, and his story about training spins in IMC conditions comes later, so stick around for that.
How you doing there, Ron?
Good, we're all set.
Clear.
One, two, three, you with me there, sir?
Yep, 5 square.
I got you loud and clear as well, thank you.
Ron was the chief pilot at the museum back in 2018 when I got my sign-off in this airplane, and there's a full playlist of that training if you missed it.
Oh, he did a good job. He's a qualified Harvard pilot.
I'll take it.
Good job.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Mount for clear, takeoff 1-2 and not above 2.5 in the zone, Victor. Need you it? All right, sir, you ready?
All set.
Beautiful.
Tired of hearing that.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
I suppose seeing as we're on camera, we should sing a song too.
I'm ready when you are, sir.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. We've got a wonderful feeling. Everything's going our way.
You know, training with my father was the same thing. He always sung in the airplane.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, yeah. You guys have a similar timbre in your voice, so
yeah.
I feel right at home.
Yeah, well, if you want to climb up to 6,000 or 7,000, and we'll do our spin, and then we'll do our other stuff.
Perfect. All right, so you just said slow down below 100 and then just idle cutoff.
Yeah.
On the mixture.
Yeah,
Okay.
bring the power right back.
Right back. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll plan for like 1.5 rotations.
Yeah. You may find on recovery that it sometimes takes about a full turn before it comes out. I'd say every Harvard's a little different, but Don't get concerned if it doesn't come out immediately.
Right, just stay with it on the recovery.
Yep.
It'll come out.
This is a 5,000 plus pound tail dragger, so unsurprisingly, spinning T6s is controversial and a lot of operators just don't even do it.
Okay, there goes the mixture.
Yeah. Yeah, the nose just about where you got it is just right. Keep coming. And just about here you can
Half a turn.
recover. Yeah, everything's normal as you see.
Feels good.
And you just lost about 1,500 feet.
All right, mixture's coming back. There we go.
Good. Okay, well, you want to fill your boots doing some aerobatics?
I'd love to.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay. All right, I'll start off with a loop.
Okay, I use 155.
155, okay.
Ah, very nice.
Thank you, sir.
And pull her up and do a couple rolls.
Okay, I'll do a roll. Oh yeah, that's a good roll rate.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even need all the deflection, not even close.
Sure. Yeah, just fill your boots.
All right, sir, I'll do a barrel roll.
Okay.
Just start from level. We'll do it to the right.
Okay, you want to try clover leaf?
Yeah, you take control. You show me one.
Okay, I have control.
You have control.
Yeah.
Even at 90 plus years old, Ron still flies all the airplanes in the fleet masterfully. He holds a current medical, but he's decided to stop flying solo, so he only takes pilot passengers now.
Beautiful.
And other person.
Man, I'm pulled too hard.
No, I think that was a bit of wake turbulence. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous.
I haven't done aerobatics in so long, it just feels great.
Isn't that nice? Do you mind if I take a photo of us here?
Yeah, okay.
I love to take photos with everyone I fly with. Wonderful.
Just gonna play around a little bit more, then you can have it.
Sounds good.
My plan was to let this just play with music, but a few days before publishing, Ron's wife of 65 years passed away, so I want to dedicate this episode to Joyce. The following clip is from the evening of Ron's 90th birthday. So I'm the last one here tonight cleaning up, and I just spent way too long looking into the eyes of these life-size cardboard cutouts of Ron and his wife. These people have lived such amazing lives. Ron just turned 90, and it's bittersweet to look back on these happier times.
Oh boy, I'm ever rusty on those things. Okay, you have control.
I have control. That was a pleasure. Now I know why they call you Mr. Smooth.
Try a hammerhead if you want there.
Yeah, I would love to. I'll just get a little more altitude.
I never could get hammerheads in the harbor to come out very good. You do them all the time, so you're probably going to be good at them.
Well, we'll find out. All right, you ready?
Well said.
Perfect. All right.
Hey, that was nice.
Thank you, sir. That felt pretty nice.
Yeah, oh yeah, that was really good. Little different doing them in this compared to your 300, eh?
Yeah, slightly different. Slightly different roll rate.
You can try a split S if you haven't done one in this thing. It does it pretty good. I do it at about 90 knots.
Do you ever do anything like a snap roll?
I have snapped it, yeah.
Are you okay if I do like a half snap roll at 90 knots?
Sure, that's fine.
I think it'll work out pretty good.
Okay, good.
The snap will just give us a little more roll rate to get
Oh
it.
yeah, that's good.
So, okay, here we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, that was great.
That's fun.
Okay, let's go home.
This was a super rewarding episode to make, but it's a lot of work to edit this stuff, so I need to shout out one of the main sponsors. We fly these airplanes to events sometimes, and it's not always the perfect weather kind of conditions. It's a total honor to be able to fly this airplane, but I need technology like SiriusXM data on board if I'm going to ferry it in any conditions that are not completely clear in a million VFR. My favorite thing about this one was capturing the sheer joy of cross-generational pilots sharing wisdom and insights while laughing together throughout. This is what it's all about.
Well, nicely done, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Very nice landing, Mr. Luke.
Yeah, thanks. No pressure. You two guys watching me.
Well, you fly the Harvard really well. I knew you would.
Oh, thank you, Ron. It's just an honest airplane, right? It's just
Oh, yeah.
flies right. Well, that was awesome. Watching the master.
Well, he really flies it well, as I knew he would.
I need a picture to remember this by. Thank you, sir. So Ron came with me. We just had a great time together. I did some flying. He did some flying. It was really special.
And finally, the payoff. Luke was going to get to solo the Harvard, which is a very exciting thing to add to your logbook.
Clear.
It was awesome to see that even a super experienced pilot like Luke was so excited to be able to accomplish this achievement.
Foxtrot Victor, India Juliet Tower, straight out or right turnout is approved on about 2,500 in the zone from Alpha, clear takeoff runway 12.
Clear for takeoff straight out, down above 2.5 for Hamburger, India Juliet. Here we go, first solo in the Harvard. You're making dreams come true, Dave and Steve. It means a lot to me. Make you guys proud. Speed alive, gauge scram. Well, this is cool.
I went up and did very much the same thing I did with Ron, just a lot of aerobatics on my own, just enjoying myself, getting more comfortable, more used to the airplane.
Barrel rolls for days. Hey, hammerhead. This is one of those pinch me moments in my life. Is this happening? This is happening. And I'm here for it. Alright, I'm gonna do a spin. Half. 1.5. Nothing to it. Thanks for that, Ron. I'm gonna try another split S from a half snap. Oh yeah. That's fun.
Luke has mastered the art of the inverted selfie, which you'll see all over the Harv's Air Inverted Instagram.
What a day. What a week. Can't thank you enough, Steve, Dave, Ron, everything you guys did. Canadian Aviation Museum, you guys have been incredible hosts.
And that was a hell of a smooth touchdown for Luke's last landing, but as any tailwheel pilot, and especially Harvard pilots know, you do not congratulate a landing until it's over, because bad things can happen right about now when the tail's coming down. You're still going pretty fast, you gotta fly it all the way to the pumps. To celebrate, we did a 3-ship formation.
Number 2, Andre, solo and B&M. Number 3, Luke, PIC, CYR with Steve riding in the cold back seat.
And yeah, it sure was cold back there, but I got some great footage, so it was worth it. And as promised, here comes the IMC spin training story from Ron. And until the next one, keep your flight chops sharp.
I was in Trenton at the flight instructor school. We were due to fly, and the ceiling was about 600 or 700 feet or something. And I thought we weren't going to fly. And my instructor says, "Oh yeah," he said, "I'll file IFR and we'll go off." And he said, "Today we're supposed to do unusual attitudes and that." So he said, "We'll go off and do that."
Yeah.
Said, okay. So we took off. It was nimbostratus cloud from what 600 right up to about 20,000, solid. So he takes off, and he has me doing it from the back seat. Of course, I was on instrument, and we were up at 6,000 or 7,000. He said, "Well, we'll do spins now." And
you're thinking,
I said, "Holy shit!"
Excuse me.
And anyway, he said, "Oh yeah." So I said, "Okay." So doing spins on instrument is really pretty easy, because you go into your spin, and your needle is right over it and hard over, say in a left-hand spin.
Sure. Yeah.
And when you recover, the needle, as soon as it recovers, the needle just goes from hard left, goes wham right over to the right side completely, and then you neutralize your rudders, and it's just beautiful, really. But as Dave was saying,
the disorientation factor and the trust you're putting on your instruments and not something weird.
And I thought, I must admit, though, again, I was thinking, oh, well, that's what the instructor says, so this is what we'll do.
I think what's nuts about it is you keep saying on instrument, it's on instrument. One single instrument.
Yeah, one single.
Really.
Yeah, how many gyros do you have?
Yeah.
He has to cage them because they're spins.
Oh, yeah.
So he's not, no artificial horizon, just the stick and ball.
Yeah.
Okay, so you recover, and then what? Like, how do you know where wings level is? Like,
well, as soon as the needle goes wham, you neutralize your rudder, and then the needle comes back, and he's out of the dive. I mean, really, it's pretty easy. But I mean, I got thinking after. Can you imagine with a 600-foot ceiling and this in cloud?
And then you'd climb back up and do it again.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Never having seen anything but cloud for...
I guess, like, would the normal procedure just be to cover the rear cockpit or something?
Oh yeah, we had a cover over.
Yeah, then you could simulate IMC.
Yeah. So we simulate all the time, but that day it was...
let's do it for real.
And but this guy was...
I'm going to reintroduce this idea to our syllabus and see how, see what transport has to say about that.
See what transport has.
Make sure you only have a stick and ball. None of that electronic turn coordinator shit. No.
So for the whole flight, you have your gyros caged?
Yeah.
So what do your partial paneling, your recovery, and all your flight is all partial?
All on.
Airspeed, altimeter, stick and ball.
Yep.
That's it.
Wow.
No, that wasn't unusual. I mean, but doing it in that cloud to me was pushing the envelope. But I didn't think about it.
Like, was there any discussion in the briefing? Like, well, this is like a little bit more of an advanced exercise.
Oh,
like,
no, you
here's
just
some
get in
concerns.
and go.
Here's something. No.
I remember saying to him, I thought, gee, the weather isn't very good. Oh yeah, he said, it's fine, it's nice. And it was nice and smooth. It was this, just straight cloud.
Wow. Nice and smooth.
I'm just glad you're here with us, Ron, like that.
Oh God, that was funny back then.